His dad was an alcoholic. His brother, high on drugs, killed his wife. His sister died of a heroin overdose. But Kurt Angle thought that he could avoid the pitfalls that engulfed his family. He became a wrestling superstar. But Andrew Stockey shows us that not even fame and fortune can protect you from the power of addiction genetics.
I just wanted to be the best wrestler in the world, and I felt like it was being taken away from me.
Losing your edge is the driving force for any athlete.
Kurt Angle first gained that edge here in Mount Lebanon. This is where his passion to be the best began. It all started on the high school wrestling mats, and it carried him to the greatest stage in all of amateur athletics.
The Olympics and the gold medal, and he struck gold with a broken neck, an injury that would take his professional career in a dangerous new direction. 7 years after winning gold, Angle became one of the biggest stars in professional wrestling.
I went to WWE and I broke my neck. And I was prescribed painkillers for the first time in my life. It was 2003. And when I took the first one, I loved it.
He says those pills and the relief they provided made him feel invincible, but it also made him an addict.
Once I took that one painkiller, your body builds a tolerance. And now it didn't work, so I had to take two. And then two ran into four ran to 8. I was taking 65 extra strength Vicodin a day. That could kill a horse. I felt like my career was being taken away from me. And I was going to do everything I could to keep it alive. So that's when the painkillers, I knew as long as I stuffed myself with painkillers, I couldn't feel it and couldn't feel the pain. And I would go as long as I could until my body couldn't go anymore.
He tells me he got those painkillers illegally, 2,000 pills a month. It was a secret life he dare not share.
As a celebrity, I was told, don't talk about it, go to rehab, keep your mouth shut. When you get out, pretend like it never happened. Low point in my life was when I realized I was going to lose my family, my beautiful wife, Giovanna, my kids, and also my job. I also felt like completely ruined my reputation. I had 4 DUIs in 5 years.
Through Giovanna's intervention, Angle says his life has turned the corner. He's set to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and there's talk of a possible wrestling comeback. But it's his own battle outside the ring with addiction that motivates him.
This is the worst epidemic in U.S. history.
Angle is lending his name to a new app designed to help addicts after their initial treatments, and using his fame to help his fans avoid the pitfalls that almost took his life.
This thing can creep up on you, and you don't know when it's going to hit you. I know there are kids that like to drink on the weekends, or college students that want to, release on the weekends. Well, if this is a pattern every week, you're doing it every weekend, you're most likely going to do it every day of your life when you get older.